tabletop role-playing game news, weather, and bundles. It's about 12 noon here at Site B. I don't know what is going on with my normal news sites that I visit every day because there's nothing on them. Is it a 3-day weekend or something? I don't know. Anyways, so I'm just going to the ones that I normally use another site to get to and just going them to directly. So this is all the bundles that are available this week in relation to role-playing stuff, starting with bundle of holding. We have got an Unknown Armies collection, Unknown Armies Basic for $8, or the complete collection for more than $8. For $35. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, they're probably like $16 or $8 more. It's hard to do. Yeah. Anyways, it's everything that you've ever wanted to know about the postmodern occult intrigue role-playing game Unknown Armies. It's a name you've probably heard floating around, but you don't know anything about. All right. So we have got the TTRPG Occult Crime and Monster Hunting in 18C England. I guess they're not aware of the horror film named Teeth. It's $8 for the starter rulebook, and I guess an additional $8 for all the accessories that came with the Teep role-playing game. Don't ask me. I've never heard of it either. Then we've got Courtiers of Cthulhu from a company called New Comet for Call of Cthulhu. Because remember, kids, when in doubt, you can always either A, make a monster book, or B, make a book somehow associated with Lovecraft. And for $8, you get this pirate-themed Lovecraftian love. So we've got pirates, the South Seas, swashbuckling Derry-Do, and tentacle monsters. From Cthulhu, from another Call of Cthulhu love, we've got this Call of Cthulhu Weird West game called Weird Frontiers. The starter collection contains the 900-page core rulebook, plus everything you need to start playing. And then the bonus collection contains everything else that's ever been made for the Weird Frontiers role-playing game. No. And speaking of Cthulhu, we've got from Evil Hat, Fate of Cthulhu, which is taking Cthulhu and transforming it into the Fate system for $15. The most expensive so far, $15 to take Call of Cthulhu and convert it to the ever bizarre Fate role-playing game. The most mysterious role-playing game I've ever played. You've heard my Fate story before, and you'll probably hear it again, but yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. And finally, we have something called Griselda's Guide. This is ghostly source books for 5th edition role-playing. It is $15 and contains everything that's ever been made for the Griselda Guide run, including ghost hunting, cursed curiosity, ghost encounters, and lost journals. Not sure what the difference between ghost hunting and ghostly encounters is, but there you go. For $15, you can get a whole bunch of spooky McSpookiness for your 5th edition type thing. Okay, moving on to Humble Bundle. Let's see what's going on in our friends at Humble Bundle this week to see if there's any bundles that sound interesting. I know there is a Mutant and Masterminds bundle that everybody is screaming out is supposed to be amazing. So we have got the World of Darkness bundle, 32 books, all in the World of Darkness, ranging from $10 all the way up to $50, including for the $50, you get actual physical products sent to you. You get Vampires the Masquerade Rivals, Vampire the Masquerade Hearts of Europe, and Vampire the Masquerade Shadows and Shrouds. I think that's a card game. And then you get just a whole bunch of stuff for the World of Darkness. So if you've ever been curious about the World of Darkness, here's a great way to get into it. We have got a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay bundle starting at $15, going all the way up to $40. And it's got just a whole bunch of stuff for the Warhammer Fantasy role-playing system. Not Age of Sigmar, but the actual classic, original, grimdark Warhammer Fantasy role-playing game. We've got a Call of Cthulhu bundle from Chaosium. This includes pretty much anything you'd ever need for Call of Cthulhu, ranging from the 4-item bundle at $15 all the way up to a 26-item bundle at $40. This includes just Cthulhu, more Cthulhu, just a plethora of tentacle monsters to make your game that much more tentacly. This is the one everybody is screaming about. This is supposed to be an amazing collection. Even if you don't play Mutants and Masterminds, the source books alone are getting a lot of praise right now, and it's worth it. So we've got a 2-item bundle, a 7-item bundle, and a 19-item bundle, ranging from $10 to $35, and it's got pretty much everything Green Ronin has ever made for Mutants and Masterminds. The original OGL game, the very first OGL game I became aware of. I don't know if it's the very first OGL open source, hey, let's use D20 to make something besides fantasy game, but it's the first one I ever became aware of. It doesn't mean anything, but just, yeah. As far as my OGL timeline, this is like, oh, hey, somebody did superheroes using D20. Let's see. Oh, go. No, you just took champions and tried to make it work in D20. It doesn't. Thankfully, the 3rd edition of Mutants and Masterminds, the current edition of Mutant Masterminds, is much better than the original. What's this? We got the Survivor, and that's, yeah, not really. That doesn't really cover us. And we've got the official Star Wars and Disney cookbooks. So these are a whole bunch of cookbooks themed around Star Wars and Disney's. They probably contain a lot of the same recipes, just somehow themed around the specific topic, you know. So what they do with these, you know, they just find general collections of recipes. You could just buy whole chunks of recipes online, and then you theme them to the topic, right? So you could have chili, right? They find a couple of different recipes for chili, that these are free, and then they just theme it. So if we were doing like Star Wars, right? Because it's Disney Star Wars. So we'd take the chili recipe and then we would theme it up. So we'd change words to fit Star Wars. So instead of calling it chili, we would call it like the Tatooine chili, or Bantha fodder, or Dagobah stew. And we would give a little bit of flavor, you know, back in 1375 EU, while Luke was training on Dagobah with Yoda, they would often spend the evening talking while eating some Dagobah stew. And then you'd get the recipe, and, you know, maybe you change a few words, like instead of saying ground beef, you would say ground bantha, but then you'd put in parentheses, beef. And then you have a Star Wars themed recipe for chili, and then you throw in a few pictures from Star Wars, and you charge somebody $10 million for something they could have gotten online for free, but it's Star Wars or Spider-Man or whatever. It doesn't really fit, but it was on the list. So yeah, if you want to get some cookbooks, a whole bunch of cookbooks, mind you, every one of these recipes you can find online for free. So if you want to learn the recipe to how to make Titanic teriyaki, you don't have to buy this. You could just go online and type teriyaki sauce recipe, and there it is. And that's it. That's all the bundles this week. There you go. If any of those interest you, link down below. I guess next I'll try and find what sales and freebies are up this week. Normally I have the complete list that EN World posts every Monday, but for reasons it's not posted this Monday. I don't know why. I don't think it's a 3-day weekend. I'm checking my calendar. No. Don't know. Maybe I'll send him a letter and ask why it's not up. If you appreciate this content, let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day.
News from the table in the rolling waves. Dice in our hand, we're the dungeon's brave. Adventures tonight with our mighty team.